Good evening. My name is Mary Bixby, and I'm representing some people on the East Mountain in the Sherwood District. I have to say I'm proud to listen to all the successes of each and every Hamilton Mountain student that spoke today, representing all the schools. Each brings so much to the community and to the learning community. The words from the students have a greater impact and demonstrate that a school is not the bricks and mortar. The school is the community. Hearing from Westmount only makes it clear that we should have included them in the process from the very beginning. One Hamilton Mountain community, no mountain secondary school should be closed. A group of concerned citizens on Hamilton Mountain are requesting that the closure of any Hamilton Mountain secondary school be tabled indefinitely. We appreciate the work done by the South Arc Committee and their diligent hours spent to find a solution to the closure of community-based secondary schools on Hamilton Mountain. Over the past 18 months, we've heard the words terms of reference, process, and transparency. The terms of reference left off 3 secondary schools, Westmount, Saltfleet, and Waterdown. The process of the South Arc was flawed from the onset. Hamilton Wentworth District School Board website noted Westmount was left off due to overcapacity. Later on, after the South Arc temporarily left their talks, an amalgamation with the city became the reason. The South Arc city became the reason. South Arc then was allowed to speak about those schools, but they were never in the mix. Schools were lacking necessary repairs and upkeep. The Education Act stipulates repair and the maintenance should be addressed on a yearly basis. This has not happened. It has not happened for several years. The reality is that Hamilton Wentworth District School Board was asked by the Ministry of Education beginning in the year 2002 to start a process of closure of schools. In that review for direction, these words were found. Our investigation into the current deficit budget at the Hamilton Wentworth District School Board revealed the budget setting and the approval process is fundamentally flawed. I suggest that perhaps had we done what the ministry had asked several years ago, none of us would be sitting here tonight. They asked that we close 20 schools on a yearly basis with a plan. To date, we've now closed 44 schools. In June 28, 2002, they received notice from the ministry, that's the Hamilton Wentworth District School Board, that they would receive an additional $740,000 to be applied to urgent repairs and renovations. Due to the timing of the notice of the receipt of these funds, they've not been considered in the compliance or the interim budget. Staff has made a request to the ministry that these funds be used for computer technology. All of this can be found in the findings from the Ministry of Education when they came in to go through the process of the trustees at this board. What I am suggesting here are just some things that can be found in that. Another one is where they've given the budget's not balanced. They were in a deficit position of $16 million. Based on our investigation as set out in this report, we have not gained the necessary assurances or the required level of comfort that the trustees and the board staff have the desire to implement the necessary budget and operational changes. Therefore, we recommend that the minister vest itself into the power, into the power of the board. The board has consistently failed to accurately and conservatively forecast its costs for teachers, retirement, gratuity, school operations, school administration. One other example is they were given $307,000. The funds were not used August 31st, 2001 as allocated. The ministry asked for the money back. I could go on and on. I have these all written down. But the bottom line is all these schools in these communities offer great programs, have students that are thriving, and we have 1,000 surplus seats. You want to build a school with 1,000 seats. Put that school up south of Rymal Road, leave the schools as they are, and implement all the funding, the pupil places funding, the Ontario Excellence funding, the transportation funding. Do what the ministry has asked you to do, and go into the programs that provide the money. Don't use the repair money for computers. I submit this so that we can have transparency to look at the closures. With full transparency, we must realize that the board did too little, too late, and transparency was only used to the public once the public was aware of the process. Unratified contracts, ministry appointments, Mr. Jim Murray, conditions of the school, recap not doing exactly what it was intended to do, and the large number of students.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Any questions for clarification? Seeing none, I guess you can go. Sorry.
Okay.
Thank you for your words tonight. Need somebody to move receipt of the. Thank you, Trustee Johnstone. Second, Johnstone and Orbital. All in favor of receipt of the presentation? That is unanimous. Thank you.